Well, hello, YouTube. I've made some videos in the past about working in North Dakota, and I thought I'd make another one about what's going on now. Um, Today is February 5th, 2015. Any information I give you today, of course, could change. Some of the companies I talk about may have changed their compensation, um, and the conditions here, of course, will change, as they have changed since I've gotten here. What I'm getting at is the oil prices have gone down considerably, and because of that, many companies have laid off staff, especially on the drilling side. I am lucky, I guess, because my job is on production, or the production side of the business, so I don't believe that I'm going to be losing my job or anything like that, but of course, I've thought that about other jobs and found out that even I could be replaced in a situation where I thought I couldn't be. So as of now, I have a job. I am on the production side, like I said, so I don't think that I'll be losing my job anytime soon, but it's always possible. Anyways, I have to say, if you're an experienced driver, your options are wide open. Even though there have been companies who have laid off staff, there's still plenty of jobs for people that are experienced, especially if they have experience driving in the winter, and of course if they have experience driving in the oil fields. Um, and I think if you have experience driving the oil fields, I don't even need to tell you that. You probably already know that. But just be aware that the situation has changed. The unemployment last time I checked in this area was at 0.9 in Williston. I'm sure that it has gone up since then because of the oil prices going down and the layoffs that have happened. But it's still probably better than most areas in the country. Keep in mind also that the rents are very high here. So if you're going to be working out here, you want to look for a job where the employer either subsidizes or provides housing. The areas that you want to look are probably on Craigslist. Those are the easiest ways to do a job search. You go under North Dakota, go down in the job section, and then look under transport if you want to be a truck driver. There are plenty of other jobs. I even talked to a lady a couple of weeks ago who told me as a waitress she was making between $250 and $400 a day in tips. Now, I don't know that that's factual. I just know that's what she told me. I also don't know if that's changed since then because she's no longer working as a waitress. She said that she needed to have health insurance, so she started working as a roustabout. No, not as a roustabout, as a hotshot driver. So she wasn't making as much money, but at least she had benefits. Also, Indeed, Monster, those are job sites that are out there and that you can use. But Craigslist is probably the quickest and easiest. Now, if you're a new driver, understand that because of the layoffs, there are plenty of people out there looking for work. So you may not be entering the job market at the right time here. I got in here just before this all started happening. I guess I got lucky. I came at the right time. Anyways, I do want to talk about the reason the real reason, I guess, that I'm making this video is for people who are new and would like to know what companies they should look for, because most companies out here, unless you have 2 or 3 years experience, unless you have winter experience, unless you have oil field experience, any of those, you're probably going to find it difficult to find a job. But there are companies that will hire people that are brand new, and I know because I've worked for several of them. I've been out here since August. In that time, I've moved 5 times. I've worked for 6 different companies. Now, the first thing people probably think, oh my goodness, this guy's been here 6 months. He's worked for 6 different companies. What a loser. You know, that's your opinion. Keep in mind that before coming here, when I lived in California, I had a full-time job that I had for 9 years. At the same time, I had another job, a part-time job, working 30 hours a week that I had for 6 years. So I am a reliable, trusted employee as long as I feel the company is taking care of me. And that's basically been why I've had so many different companies that I've worked for here. I won't go into those reasons right now, um, but just understand that things weren't working out either for them or for me or both. And that's why I am where I am now. I've been here since the first or second week of October, so going on 4 months now, and things are working out for me and they're working out for the company. They must be. They've still kept me. Anyways, um, I won't talk about the first company I worked for because, as it turned out, I got all the way out here. They told me they would train me, and then it turned out they couldn't train me because they changed insurance companies, and their insurance company insisted I must have been driving at least 3 years before they didn't even consider insuring me. So that one doesn't matter. But the next company I worked for was a company called Lowenbro, and now that's spelled Loenbro. Lowenbro is a good company. What they're doing is they're laying pipe. They're trying to put me out of business, actually. So eventually, my job will probably be going the wayside once they lay all this pipe. Right now, what I do is I take salt water from the wells to a disposal site and dispose of it, and then go back and do it again. Now, they also have oil trucks that come and pick up the oil from the wells and then take them to sites to be processed and then loaded onto rail cars and then sent out. Those guys will probably be replaced eventually as well. But right now, we both have jobs. Anyways, like I said, Lowenbro lays pipe to take the salt water to disposal and eventually also take the oil to the rail cars. I was a truck driver. They paid $9 an hour. They paid me $18 an hour, and they also provided per diem of $100 a day. So I was making good money there. But like I said, things didn't work out, so I'm no longer there. But I do have. I was going through some boxes and found a pay stub. I don't know if this is going to show up, but it does show the $18 an hour there. And the per diem, I don't see the per diem on here. Oh, yes, I do. There it is. It is right there. You can see where it says $200. That's because on this particular check, there were only 2 days' pay. So it was $100 a day plus the $18 an hour. So I was making good money there while I was there because of overtime. And that's usually in most of these companies, that's where you make your money, doing overtime. Another company that I work for is a company called Fox Run. Now, Fox Run had really good potential for making good money. They had jobs that paid a flat fee, and they also had other jobs that paid a percentage. The one that I was doing, they had a couple of different ways of or businesses they were involved in. One was flatbed, and then the other was hauling, taking sand to the frac sites. What I did was the flatbed. I would drive to Montana, pick up bags of sand, and this is not just regular sand. The sand came from China. It was ceramic sand. I'm not sure why they went all the way to Montana to get it, because there are companies right here that have the sand. But anyways, that's what I did. And I would bring back 17 bags of sand. And here's one of my invoices. That 17 bags of sand was 58,300 pounds. So these are big old bags of sand. And my income on that one was $275.47. That was for one day. Now, my object or my objective was to be able to make 2 runs a day, so I'd make about $500 a day. It didn't really work out very well because even though I was driving to Glendive, which is only a few hours away, the time coming back was more than double. And the reason being, come back, you're heavy. It's pretty much downhill all the way going there, but it's uphill coming back. So even though I'd be doing 65 miles an hour going down there, on the way back, there were several areas where I was down to 25 miles an hour. That made a huge impact on my return. So it was really difficult to be able to squeeze in 2 runs. I don't think I ever did. What I would do is I would drive down in the middle of the night, spend the night at the pilot station, and then our truck stop, and then when the sand place opened, it was about 30 minutes from there, from where I was to the sand location where I picked up the sand, and I'd pick it up and then drive back. And like I said, because of the being heavy going back, I wasn't able to make good time. And then I'd turn around and come back down, and then spend the night again. Here's another one. $273.56, $272.16. I wrote down everything so I could keep track of, here's my invoices that I had from them. And there was a name, I don't know if I mentioned or not, this company's name was Fox Run. They're located in Berthold. That's Berthold. They do hire brand new drivers. But they are because the sand is used in the fracking. I don't know if they're doing very well. They could easily move into other areas with flatbed, and hopefully they did, but I don't know. They also would also carry, besides taking sand to the frac sites, they also took cement to the frac sites, or concrete. I'm not sure. I didn't do that part of it. One of them's concrete, one of them's cement. If you're involved in the business, you know what the difference is. I know what the difference is. I just don't know which is which. But anyways, the pay there was good. The conditions there were they provided housing, which was either sleeping in the truck when you're on the road, or when you're at the yard. They had trailers, 2-bedroom trailers. And each person got a bedroom. Problem is, they had electricity but no water, so which means no toilets, no showers in the trailer, and no gas to the stove. Yeah, it was a propane stove. So we did have a microwave, and then to shower and the bathroom, and the rest of the cooking we had basically a shack at the far end of the parking lot. And if I remember right, had either 3 or 4 showers with a toilet in each one. They had a washer, 3 washers, 3 dryers there. And there was a small kitchen where you could prepare food, kind of a break area where you could sit down and eat and or watch TV. All the companies I worked for, I don't have anything bad to say about any of them. They're all good companies, and the good people there were people that I worked with were all good people. When I left there for my own reasons, but they did tell me if I ever decided that I wanted to come back, I was welcome to do so. Assuming they were telling me the truth, I could go back there today if I needed to or wanted to. Another company I worked for was a company called Pat's Off-Road. Pat's Off-Road is also on the fracking side. What they do is they heat up frack water for the fracking sites. Because a lot of the frack drilling they've had layoffs. Pat's has had several other people who have gone back home and they're still employed by the company, but they're not getting paid. So they go back home, they may probably get a job back there for a while, and then come back when business picks up, which probably won't be until, say, September, October. So I made great money there. They also paid $18 an hour, but you worked a minimum of about 14 hours a day, up to 16 hours a day. And so if you do the math, you can see after day 3, you're on overtime. Um, Easily make $100,000 a year working there. And because part of the reason why they hire people who are very inexperienced is because you do very little semi-driving. You do most of your driving in a pickup truck. The trucks that do the heating are semis, but they're driven out to the site and then they stay there for the period that they're needed. So they may be there a few days, they may be there a month, whatever the time frame is, but they stay on site. And then the crew, there's 2 guys that work the truck, 12-hour shifts, and rotate back and forth. And the reason I say you get paid 14 to 16 hours is because it's 12 hours on the truck. Then you have to have transit time to and from the site. And the closest site that I went to while I was there was 45 minutes away. So you can see how you get 14 hours out of that day. I had sites as far as 2 hours away. Again, so you're looking at 16 hours. And another company I worked for was called, or is called Vactec. That's VACTEC. That's a septic company. They have small trucks, pickups with septic tanks in the back. That position pays $18 an hour, but you get overtime. And then if you drive a semi like I did there, it's $21 an hour. And again, you get overtime. You get a lot of windshield time there driving to and from these sites, some as far as Newtown, which is a good hike. And that was a good company. They let me go. They let me go because it took me a while to get it out of the manager, but basically he told me I wasn't a good fit because I didn't have a sense of urgency. I won't go into why that is. I don't think it was fair, but that was his decision, and I'm sure he's happy with it, and I'm not there anymore. To be honest with you, I'm happy not there anymore because working in septic is, I'm not even going to make the jokes. You can figure them out yourself. But VacTech was started by employees of another company called VacuJet, which is also a septic company. They weren't happy with the things that were happening at VacuJet, and so then they started VacTech. As I understand it, VacuJet has a similar pay scale. Oh, by the way, I didn't say VacTech provided housing. I'm told that VacuJet, I think, I could be wrong, but I think they provide it, but at a cost. And I also, let me go back to Pat's Off-Road provided housing, and it's kind of the bare minimum. What it was is it was a purpose built. They took a trailer, a semi-trailer, and it's been converted to rooms. I think there were 5 or 6 rooms, 7 or so rooms in each one, and it's very tight quarters. Very, if you've ever been on a Navy ship and slept in a Navy berthing, it's very much like that. And they charged at that time $15 per day. They had another trailer on site that had showers and toilets in them. I think there were 3 or 4, a small kitchen area and a refrigerator. But you had a microwave and television in each individual room. How many companies is that? Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm missing something. It'll probably come to me. Anyways, and the company I'm with now is a company called BOH, Bar Over Hat. BOH provides housing. It's very nice that these are brand new apartments we're in. Um, I pay extra so that I can have a room by myself, but they do provide housing, and you have to share the room with somebody else if you don't pay the extra. The apartments are they actually have two different complexes. One's a little farther away. The one I'm in is about a mile and a half from work, so it takes me less than 5 minutes to drive to work every day. Drive home after I finish my work day. And we get paid a percentage here, starting out at 20% of the truck. And every day is different. Some are good, some are bad, some are mediocre. Um, BOH is a good company. That's why I'm still here. Um, they don't have benefits, but they do. Once I buy my own benefits, they will then pay me $500 extra in my check to go towards those benefits. If you get your own apartment, they give you $500 on top of that to help compensate for the apartment. Otherwise, you can stay in the apartments that they provide. Um, can't believe I can't remember the other company. Let's see. Working on Longbro, Fox Run, uh, Pat's Off Road, Back Tech. Oh, that's it. And then BOH. That is all 6 companies. So, like I said, I have worked for 6 different companies in about 6 months, 7 months actually. Um, but I have been with this company about 4 months. I am a good employee, so I've already talked about that. I won't go into it again. But if you're a new, like I said, if you're a new driver, these are some of the companies you might want to consider. Uh, and if you're an experienced driver, basically you can go anywhere you want uh, and be happy. I mean, I know that the companies out here are still hiring because I've talked to guys just about every day that tell me that they just got a job that day or that week or a couple weeks ago or whatever. So there are plenty of companies out here doing hiring. Just keep in mind that before you come all the way out here, I would suggest you get on Craigslist, call 2 or 3 companies, 4 companies, 5 companies, and hey, you want to have 2 or 3 interviews. Find the company that fits you the best and that you think you're going to make good money at. And like I said, you do want to try to find a company that either compensates your housing or pays for it altogether. There are several small companies that will provide housing. Well, I don't know if you can call it housing. You basically live in your truck. Um, there's good and there's bad there, I guess. Some people don't mind it. I thought about it, but right now I don't want to do it. Um, I like having a regular bed I can sleep in. I like having a shower that I can go to, not having to drive to it. I think that's about it. Thanks a lot for watching my video, and I hope you have a good day.